Hi everyone, it's Melissa Lorena again. So now we are live and I am the job interview coach and I am so excited about this episode because what I've noticed in terms of having coached several professionals around the world is that this whole notion of being the right cultural fit really matters and sometimes it's really intimidating. So there's definitely a lot of room for learning around this topic. So you really want to make sure that you show up to your HR conversation and you want to come across as a perfect fit, someone that fits just like a glove. You also want to make sure that you get past HR and move to the next round. So what I want to help you do is figure out how to answer that question before you go into your next job interview right here. So I want to share with you one story. A client of mine named Maddie, and Maddie is a teacher who's interested in actually pursuing a role at a startup that's focused on personal finance. So Maddie is someone who has to express to this organization that she's the right fit. So what makes a teacher the right fit? The reasons why Maddie is actually amazing and would be a great addition to this startup who focuses on personal finance is because on the side, Maddie has a podcast where she actually helps people save oodles of money by saving coupons. And she's been doing this successfully for quite a number of years in parallel to her full-time teaching gig. What's really interesting is that she is only 28, so take several years with a grain of salt. But she has earned already 6 figures and she has that in savings right now. So who better than Maddie to actually teach someone else about personal finance? So here's the whole deal. Maddie approached this organization focused on personal finance and forgot to mention her side gig. She forgot to mention the fact that although on paper she does read as a traditional teacher, she actually has all of this personal finance information accumulated in her mind and through her podcast. So she would be the right fit for this organization. So I want to help you not be in the same scenario because for Maddie, unfortunately, the door was closed. The person that was on the other side wasn't even willing to read her resume because there just was no fit. So here's how you can think about coming across as the right fit for any organization. So 3 different things you have to consider. Point 1, what are the company values? So before going into any interview with HR or even a hiring manager, I want you to look up the company values. And then here's the trick. We can rationalize ourselves into any organization most likely, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to think to yourself if you really, really believe in those values. If you do, and if there are parallels, then go for the job, but make sure you connect the dots, unlike Maddie, and tell the HR professional that you actually have lived the same values. And then here's the other trick. You have to have proof. Maddie had her podcast. And so that's some archived information already out there on the topic of personal finance. What is your proof? So what is it about you that actually shows that you do live these values? Do you have specific instances or moments that you can point to and say, yes, this is when I was, entrepreneurial, or this is when I behaved just focused on the customer desires? You have to have proof. So that's part of it. So what I've done to help you, so this way you can nail your next conversation with HR, is I've created a worksheet where you'll be able to evaluate your cultural fit before getting into that HR meeting. I'll help you think more like an HR professional so you have a sense of where they're coming from. And so you could brainstorm on your own around these ideas of how to contribute to an organization and be that fit for the organization. So download the worksheet, follow my bit.ly link and download the worksheet. Next, like this video if you learned something new. And lastly, share this video with anyone that you think could benefit from its content. So if you know someone that needs to prove that they fit within an organization, share this video. I encourage you to do so. Have an amazing rest of your day, everyone. Signing off, Melissa Lorena, the job interview coach. Take care, everyone.